What's up, people? Happy Monday. Shit, I can't call it though. IOBA, my name is TC. So, since the election happened and all of these good white folks decided that they want their dictator for a day back. That's what he said, he's going to be dictator on day one, just for one day. But anyway, they all said they want their dictator back. It might be time for people to start, or for people like me anyway, to start moving in a different direction. You dig me? Maybe change up the way I live altogether, reduce my carbon footprint, downsize a little bit, maybe live in a more progressive part of the country, It might be that time, because where I'm living now seems to be going backwards. And I don't want to go backwards. I really don't. Now, I understand fully why the presidential elections didn't go the way people thought they would. I had hoped it would go a different way. I had hoped that Trump would be put off the playing field altogether, although that wasn't the case. I do concede that it's the closest thing I've seen to a miracle, political miracle anyway, in my lifetime. When I say miracle, I hope y'all, understand that's what I mean. Somebody had to break down to me one time, though, a new definition of the word miracle. What's a miracle? A miracle is like a personal thing. You know what I mean? A young person said that to me. By young, I mean somebody in their 30s had a whole different insight on how fantastic shit happens to really unfantastic people. And Donald Trump is really, really one of them kinds of people. So he back in the White House, and the country is about to shift back to the right. Further to the right, I should say. But in a way, you got to deal with it. But you got to deal with it on your own terms. Right now, I feel like I'm living behind enemy lines and shit. I really do. In the part of the country I live in. I feel like I'm always on the defensive, even with some of my own black people, because down here, black people have a conservative slant, They really do. I mean, black people hate the racism as much as anybody else, but they kind of lean conservative on some things. I find myself, and I've said this before, in agreement with conservatives on some things, but in agreement with liberals on other things. That's why I'm a leftist liberal. Oh, I'm sorry. Well, yeah, that, but I'm even more than that. I'm like, I'm like a socialist. I'm a democratic socialist is what I am. I said that before, so ain't no big deal. Because I believe there's enough to go around and nobody should hoard anything. I believe, people should, succeed based on their hard work, but let them be working hard. Don't let them be swindling and scheming and stealing like most of these so-called rich people do. Don't let them be doing that. Let them be actually working hard. Then I can see, if you pile up a lot of resources and a lot of, funds and a lot of money and stuff like that, then I can almost see that. But there's more than enough for everybody to go around. The United States should not have the homeless population that it has. It really shouldn't. Not when there's such abundance. And that's my leftist views. I don't believe in this war economy that we on. Every state in the union has some kind of deep tie to the military industrial complex. And the Democrats and the Republicans are going to keep it like that. See, I don't agree with that shit. Because Donald Trump can say, I'm going to stop this war, I'm going to stop that war, but he's still going to be doing, he can't. He cannot. because that's the whole base of the United States economy. It seemed like the military-industrial complex. You know, so I don't care how much he said. Okay, I'm gonna get you out of Ukraine, but I'm gonna get you into something else because there's always gonna have to be a big war going on. That's why Israel is doing what it's doing. Eventually, the United States gonna have to come in to this big Middle Eastern war. And neither the Democrats or the Republicans are against that shit either. So, there's that. I just don't like Donald Trump on a personal level. I don't like Donald Trump and Republican policies. Most Republican policies, really. But I don't like Donald Trump on a personal level. That's why I voted for Kamala Harris. Somewhere in the back of my mind, I knew there was always a chance because that Donald Trump would win. Because sometimes you got to flip things. You got to flip the script. When they was coming up into the election talking about all that momentum Kamala had, yeah, people was glad Joe Biden dropped out. Yeah, people got all fired up behind her, but she injected a new energy into the campaign. But at the end of the day, she's still this multiracial woman that can't articulate her ideas all that well. Donald Trump is a game show host, but he know how to put his ideas out there. As stupid as they may be, he know how to deliver them. Until it's almost like the Democrats gonna have to do something like that. They're gonna have to put up some charismatic dude who don't give a shit and say anything he wants to out of his mouth, only from a Democratic standpoint. And he gonna have to go through the black vote in order to get to the White House. He's going to have to make some concessions and promises directly to black people, or he's going to lose also. So Gavin Newsom will probably be up there in 2024 or 2028. And he'll probably win because I don't see that Vance guy beating the California governor. But I've been wrong before, so, don't go by me. But I do think that it's time, back to what I was saying earlier, I do think it's time for a downsizing, if you will, to a more simple lifestyle, simple, in the way of less responsibility and, stuff like that. It's about that time. My wife will be retiring soon, and we're thinking about doing something like that, but in a more progressive part of the country. Now, it's sad that the progressive part of the country that I can afford to live in is kind of the Northeast, New York State, New Jersey area. But so what? I got family up there. I got close friends. Lauren has family up there, my wife. I got close friends not far in Canada. So, yeah. That might be something worth looking into. I'll still be, putting up my content and still be talking my shit on the internet because the internet is worldwide. But that's what's going on in the back of my mind immediately after this election. Getting somewhere where they got a little bit of gun control, because I don't like guns. There, I said it. And down here, man, it's wide open. And I really don't want to be forced to have to buy something and cooperate with something that I'm fundamentally against. Now, I will tool up if I have to, like I said, but I don't want to have to. I want to live in an area where they got some control over that type of shit. Well, better control over that type of shit. I really do. So, that's that. Anyway, that's my advice to like-minded people. Because right now, living behind enemy lines It'll keep you depressed if you let it. You know, being a socialist, a democratic socialist in a Republican state, in a state where they value unfettered capitalism and where don't nothing matter except the bottom line. Shit. No money for education, more money for schools where they trying to literally, and I mean literally, put people back into slavery. I look at them young people coming to my building every day and I be wondering, man, especially the ones that be fucking up and defying authority. Do they really realize what's in store for them? And if they do realize, what are they doing to change it? I have to ask my teenage grandbabies that. What you doing to change it? You know. Have to tell them, stay away from the military, study the political science. You know what I mean? Get your degree. Get as much as you can from high school. Get as much as you can from high school. Take, advanced courses in high school and try to get as much as you can from it. Because as soon as you go to college, you're in debt. That's another totally unfair system that neither the Republicans nor the Democrats want to change. Because if the Democrats wanted to erase college debt and make 2 years of college free, they would have done that. But they didn't, did they? Nope. And you know the Republicans ain't going to do it. The only way for something like that to happen is for politicians from, the student body that's, in high school now. Those future politicians are going to have to change it. I hope they do. It won't change in my lifetime, but I hope they do. Because it doesn't make sense that, you got to be strapped with $60,000 worth of debt just so you can get a halfway decent job. And let's talk about jobs. They're going away. You're going to need a universal basic income. Within the next, say, 10 or 15 years, that's what you're going to need. Because of, AI unemployment and technological unemployment. You're going to need that. Because ain't nobody going to be around. Ain't enough people going to be working to buy all the shit that the machines make. And so your capitalistic society going to have to go semi-socialist anyway. So that's what I'm looking at. I always got a fucking plan, though. I always got a plan. Because I see shit coming down the road because everything is just a repeat of something that's already happened. You feel me? I just hope that black people take advantage of this and understand that the white folks don't love you. They don't. And they proved it. The brown people and the quote unquote colored people, they're gonna do what they're gonna do. They're gonna want a white acceptance anyway, and they don't like the black people in the countries that they came from. So they're not gonna like the black people here. So we might sound cliche, but we are all that we got. Ain't no help coming from the outside, and that's a good thing because it'll make us stronger. All right. So the takeaway is, if you are able, get from behind enemy lines. Get around some more like-minded people. Because all you need is a critical mass to change a society or to change a way your people are viewed. We're going to have to teach people how to treat us all over again. And that's okay. Gives us something to do with our fucking time. You dig me? Anyway, that's it for now, y'all. Y'all have a good rest of your Monday, and I'll catch y'all on the next one. TC. Oh, yeah, I forgot. Housekeeping. Hit the subscribe button. I think YouTube fucking with me. I don't know why they would fuck with a little nigga like me. I ain't making no impact, but I'm just putting my ideas out there. But I digress. Hit the subscribe button. Hit the like button, and I'll catch y'all on the next one. TC, and I'm out. Peace.